How long does it take to get over a breakup? Hello， 大家好，我是 Jamie， 这是我挑战尚雯婕外语学习大法的第一篇记录。我想试试通过这个方法对自己的英语有多大的提升。什么是尚雯婕英语学习大法？不了解的朋友可以暂停一下看一下这张图片，或者去搜一下相关的视频也可以。先介绍一下我自己的情况，我是今年4月份考的 G 类雅思，总分6.5，口语6分的这么一个水平。然后挑战的内容全部是来自 TED 3到5分钟的短篇演讲的这个内容。我到今天其实是一共是用了7天的时间，完整的完成了一个从精听到听写到跟读到背诵的一个过程。如果有感兴趣的小伙伴可以看视频的最后，我是一镜到底的完整的完成了一个整个背诵的一个过程，也没有加速过。我的感受就是这个方法，因为我只做了第一篇，所以它给我最大的感受可能就是在听力和英语的连读上面可能会有一点提升，但是具体对我的英语现在有多大的提升感受也不是很明显，所以我觉得可能慢慢需要去累积再去感受。后面就是我整个这个过程是怎么去执行的一个过程的一个记录。
Take to get over a breakup?
How long does it take to get over a breakup?
The good news is that I've done the research for you.
The good news is I've done the research for you.
The bad news is that you might not like the answer.
The bad news is that you might not like the answer. How long does it take to get over a breakup? The good news is I've done the research for you. The bad news is that you might not like the answer. See, a few years back, a number of publications were touting a study telling their readers that it takes 11 weeks to get over a breakup. How long does it take to get over a breakup? The good news is I've done the research for you. The bad news is that you might not like the answer. See, a few years back, a number of publications were touting a study telling their readers it takes 11 weeks to get over a breakup. That's nearly 3 months spent listening to depressing music while putting on a brave face. It may feel longer than it is, but it's only a few swipes on the calendar right? No big deal, right? Well, unfortunately, it's not so straightforward. See, those articles drastically misrepresent that study. In fact, the study never said anything about how long it takes to get over a breakup. It only focused on the after effects of ending a relationship, specifically among undergrads, which is a whole can of worms. To really answer that question of how long it takes to get over a breakup, you would need to do a longitudinal study. A study would basically follow a ton of people from the moment of the breakup and track the progress year after year after year. But studies like that are expensive and complicated to carry out. So, with no adequate data, I decided to seek professional help. I went to couples therapist, Dr. Hotmail. He has anecdotal experience with countless people in relationships. And full disclosure, he was my couples therapist too. So I asked him how long he thinks it takes to get over a breakup. I don't think there is a magic number. If we feel like we can express ourselves in how we're feeling, we don't have to keep it bottled up. Once you're doing other things you're engaged with and distracted by, then at some point you look back and like, oh yeah, that's my ex, we broke up, and you notice the feelings that you have are not as raw. You can bump into each other and not feel pain. And the data supports Dr. Tomei's theory. One study looked at different strategies for love regulation. In other words, can a few simple methods change how much you love someone? The study found that when participants were distracting into thinking something other than their ex, like say their favorite hobby or ideal career, their love feelings for their ex stayed the same, but it did make them feel more pleasant. Using distractions to start to feel better is exactly what Dr. Tomei has suggested. The study also found a negative reappraisal strategy, essentially remembering all of the shit things your ex said and did, does decrease the love feeling for your ex. but it also makes you feel cold, unpleasant, and I'm guessing that means sad. Finally, a third, more than strategy, which is known as reappraisal of love feelings. For this, participants had to muse over statements like, love is part of life, and it's okay to love someone I'm no longer with. Well, that changed nothing at all for them. Overall, the researchers concluded, and I'm not using the scientific language here, that concentrating on the bad thing about your ex can't help you to feel less in love. Well, distracting yourself with other objects, as my therapist suggested, can actually make you feel better. However, the research and Dr. Jamie would both tell you that, well, distractions is good in the short term. It is not a long-term solution. So, taking that time to process and understanding it is actually a much quicker way to heal than ignoring it. Eventually, for the sake of ourselves and our future partners, we're going to have to face up to our feelings. So, how long does it take to get over a breakup? Well, we don't have enough long-term studies to know. But more importantly, I've learned instead of counting down the days, we're much better off reconnecting with things we love to do, finding something to distract us, and unpacking our feelings when we're ready. If we can do that, then one day, hopefully we'll come off it feeling okay. And in the end, isn't that what we are really after?